Hey guys, MCU Collector here. So you guys are about to watch my video in which I interview the Hasbro Marvel guys. So just to kind of set up before you guys watch the interview, and I haven't even watched it back myself yet either, but I want to kind of set up some things. Big shout out and thank you to Ray Coda for really helping me out. The situation in which San Diego Comic-Con, because Hasbro was selling merchandise at San Diego Comic-Con, which they haven't done in a few years, means the display space was really tight. So it was very busy in there, a whole lot of people, very crowded. So we went upstairs to do the interviews. So typically I would have a small tripod stand to hold my phone or my camera so I could do the video. Well, there was no platform for me to do that. I didn't have a floor tripod, but Ray offered to help me out and hold the camera for the 9-10 minutes or however long the interview was. So we can get it filmed. Otherwise I was just gonna have to cancel it, and there was no way we were gonna do it. I wasn't gonna like selfie it or anything like that. So big shout out and thank you to Ray, man. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. You saved the day for this interview. The next thing, lots going on, right? We get confirmation on the interview like 1 or 2 days before. And then with everything going, it's like everything slips your mind as far as what questions to ask, all this and that. Everyone wants to know, well, is this character coming? Is this character coming? When's this coming? When's that coming? Hasbro doesn't answer those questions, so why bother asking them, right? So there's those type of things. And then when you're in the moment, it's difficult. You have time. You're like, oh, which questions can I ask? All this and that. So it's a little tough. So just to set you guys up, set the stage for the interview, I hope you enjoy it. It's all more about just having some fun with the guys. And getting some answers to some things, usually related to the panel that just occurs or whatever. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and then just let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. If there's a question that you would like to see asked and answered that is reasonable and makes sense, something that they would actually answer, let me know down in the comments below, and in the future, once I get another interview opportunity or something, maybe I can ask it. So I hope you guys enjoy the interview. Let me know what you guys think, and again, think of the situation of it. Everything going on. Thousands upon thousands of people. All these things going on. And you got this one moment to try and get these questions in. So it's a little tough, but you guys let me know. Okay, so I'm here with the Hasbro Marvel Legends team. We're at Comic-Con. We finished up the panel. We got to see the reveals. But I got some questions for these fine folks. But if you guys could first introduce yourselves.
I'm Dan Riem. I'm the sculpting manager on Marvel Legends.
Dwight on design.
Brian on marketing.
Me, Brian, MCU Collector. I have some questions for you guys. I'm going to kind of do a rapid fire because I know it's late in the day, a lot going on, so we'll try and get through these. The most important one, when are we getting Regent?
Starting out strong.
Would he be on a Spider modern retro card, or would he be in a box? Would he be a deluxe? He's a little bit beefier.
Yeah, all of the above. No,
Regent Haslab comes to you soon.
Regent has that, or Dragon Man is a big figure, right? Regent's a big guy. We could do something like that, right?
He's beefy.
He is beefy. Okay, so we'll get back to Dragon Man. But one thing that people have started to just get in, Iron Patriot from the Cabal 3-packs. So initially when we saw it, it had silver paint, but now when it's now released, we have white paint. Any reason for the change there?
Yeah, the early silver was the early the test run, but we were always trying to shoot for a white pearl. And we just weren't happy with it. So some of the early images went up with the silver, but it was always intended to be that white kind of pearl color.
Okay, sounds good. The next one, and I don't know if you can answer this because this isn't necessarily related to you guys, but there's been some trouble trying to get some figures from, let's call this retailer Target. I'll just go out and say it. Street dates. So I know comic figures don't typically get street dates, but like the retro Carnage figure that's hitting stores now, nobody could buy it until like October 6th. Is there anything that like have you guys been aware of that? Anything you guys can speak to on that?
I think it's just certain. When there's thousands of stores, it's hard for everything to get managed. And, we do the best we can. The reason why there are street dates, maybe this is kind of answering a different question though. The reason why there are street dates on comic figures is because we want things to hit at the same time for everyone as possible, right? If it hits someplace earlier than others, then that kind of isn't the best experience. So we hear that it can be frustrating. I'm a consumer, a collector of things too, and if I were to go and see something in store and not be able to buy it, yeah, that's not the best experience, but I think everyone, all parties involved, hear the feedback, and we are still trying to improve how we go about it.
Okay, awesome. So the next questions are going to be what we saw in the panel.
So the Outriders 2-pack was released. Amazing figures, very excited for those. Does that open the door for additional Army Builder MCU figures like Chitauri, Dark Elves, perhaps?
What I want more than anything is the Berserkers from Ragnarok. Who out there needs zombie Asgardian warriors?
You don't get two in
The
a row.
cameraman is shaking his head,
You don't
yes.
get 2 in a row. To the Outriders or Dwights, no. I want to see the Avengers 1, Chitauri, but let's see.
I'm with Dwight on this one. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
I think we can get them all, though, right? I think there's room for everyone. We can do them all. We can make everyone happy, I think, right?
How about paper people? Forget the Badoon out there.
Yeah. Let's get them all. Let's get them all. Okay, so we didn't see a Build-A-Figure wave revealed during the panel. Are we still going to see some Build-A-Figure waves in 2024, 2025, and going forward? Yes, okay.
You're about to see one of the most epic Build-A-Figures we've done in years.
Well, that's some exciting news right there for you guys.
I wasn't gonna say
It's one of my most favorite things that I've worked on in literally 4 or 5 years.
There it is. Okay.
Build-A-Figure.
It's a Build-A-Figure Berserker. It's off screen. You didn't actually see it. I combined those giant cave troll monster things from Endgame with Berserkers, with those flying space whales. Just
Yes,
kiss.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay.
Or did I just dream that?
Dream that?
It was a
For
dream.
low price. Okay. So lots of 2-packs revealed during the panel. Should we expect to see more and more multi-packs?
No, those are the last ones we're ever doing.
Can confirm that is not true.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just for, I think when it's Fan Channel or Pulse or Amazon, you can get higher price points out there. So if it makes sense from a storytelling perspective, we'll do that.
Did you like the ones you saw today?
Yes.
What was your favorite?
Lockjaw was really nice. So I was surprised because we've gotten a couple of Inhumans. So it's nice to see him coming out. Quicksilver was a nice touch on retro card. I love the retro card because I always get 2, right? One to open, one to put on the wall. So very excited for those as well. More MCU. I'd love to see more. But moving on. So Dragon Man. So big figures. Dragon Man is just the first to come out. Is that something that you guys plan to do more of?
Yeah, we got a lot of things working on right now, but we just need to see how this new Dragon Man pre-order versus crowdfund strategy pans out, and then that can kind of open the door for even more in the future. But we got a couple of things in the hopper, and it's not like, oh, just because there's not going to be a Marvel Legends HasLab campaign this year, there's going to be fewer Marvel Legends. That's not like that's it's a one item.
Good, okay. So we saw a couple of teases during the panel. I'm not going to say who those characters are. I think I know, and it seems to follow a theme. Do we expect to see the full reveal soon?
Well, we haven't figured it out yet as to when. So they're not going to be this year.
Okay.
So they're going to be 2025 items.
Okay. Awesome. Giant Man, will he be shipping soon?
I have to go check in. Is it October? October time?
October time.
Yeah.
So October time for Giant Man. Dwight, thank you for showing me how to swap out the faceplates and everything like that.
My pleasure. You got it all recorded for everybody, right?
I was definitely there for it. Didn't quite record it.
Careful the eyeballs, something might fall out.
At the breakfast, I kind of did. I was like, oops. And then I was like, oh, let me put this down real quick. So last question for you guys. I appreciate your time. If you could redo any MCU figure from the past and do it now, what would it be? Each one of you guys.
I gotta go last. You go.
Hella.
Oh, okay.
She was too tall. She was too
She was
tall.
a little too- yeah,
she was a little too tall. You know,
okay.
some of the Asgardians from the early stuff ended up being larger than they actually appeared on screen. So the early Thors and those types of figures, I love them a lot. I think they're very beautiful figures, but I feel like they're a little bit too oversized for how the Asgardians. They're big, but Chris Hemsworth is big, right?
Yeah.
But that world wasn't as massive on the film as it ended up being, in comics are huge. But on the MCU films, they weren't quite as massive. So I'd like to take another shot at Hela. One, I absolutely love Kate Blanchett, so I want to do
Why not, right?
more
Yeah.
action figures of her, and I'd like to get her down in scale a little bit and add some of the awesome bladed weapons that she was forging in the battle when she wiped out Asgard. That was information they didn't have at the time. So I think like a deluxe Hela with all the different variants of her crown and her hair and all those weapons. And I'll give her a giant wolf to ride just because that seems amazing as well. And then we need to do an even gianter, a Dan-sized Surtur to go with it. So Surtur, Fenrir, all new Kate Blanchett, Hela, all for $50. Next HasLab.
I got my answer. So my answer would be Avengers 1 Loki. Right? That was a very, it was actually not technically even legend, but it was. So I would do that Loki, and then it would go in the Chitauri army.
That would be a great multi-pack there.
Endgame time suit.
Endgame time.
Dan off camera says Avengers Endgame time suit in the correct color.
The whole team, one whole box set. Yeah. There you go.
Mine's kind of lame, but I want to kind of play it for the future. I want nice suits because we reuse them 100 times in a row. I want to make sure that we're covering every body type so we can nail these actual characters going forward. You know, a lot of times we're swapping the parts out, popping on new heads. So I want to make sure we can accurately kind of cover the characters coming forward in the movies. I do kind of probably somewhere between a Happy Hogan and a Coulson kind of figure.
Okay. Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind a new Coulson.
Just because we're
like
make these suits.
Maybe something from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That would be really nice to see, right? Okay.
That's my thought. That's from a school point of view, though. I get that's lame answer.
Okay. My brain just rebooted. It told me that the decimal place in my number for my HasLab was in the wrong place. It needed to be moved 2 points over to the side. So the Dan-sized Surtur, Fenrir, and Hela with all that amazing stuff is actually $5,000 coming really, really soon.
Still doable.
Still doable.
Okay.
You guys know you want it.
So I appreciate your guys' time. We got to see the Deadpool and Wolverine figures. I hope you guys enjoyed the movie last night. I thought it was extremely funny. So I'm happy and can't wait to see those figures. So thank you guys for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.